Hi guys, I'm Rich from China Admissions, and today I'm going to introduce about how do you travel between China and the rest of the world. So right now I'm actually in Beijing and I'm planning to go back to UK, so I've been exploring how do you do that during COVID because there's a lot of restrictions. So I'm going to share a bit about that. I'm going in about 3 months, so I'm planning how to do that and I'm going to share that. I'm also going to give an update for students and introduce more for students, and also introduce about some of the Wechat groups that you can join to learn more information about it. Right now there's no direct flights between China and UK, so I have to go through a third country, and so there's quite a lot of research that I need to do to make sure the process is successful, because obviously I don't want to have any problems on the way. And there's a lot of Wechat groups for people who are trying to come back to China, and unfortunately lots of people have been stuck outside of China and they're trying to come back, especially students. And so in all of these Wechat groups, people are basically sharing their stories and experiences. How do they come back? And they've written them up into different stories that you can see, and you can also ask questions with that. So there's a Wechat group for people who are stuck outside of China in every country around the world, and there's also different people who are trying to go through different routes as well, and people who are quarantining in China. So actually there's a link in the description where I have a link to different Wechat groups that you can join. And this is the best way to find out the information, because actually the situation is changing really fast, and if you read it on the internet, maybe the next day it might change. So it's really good to be in these groups, so you can just ask questions if you need to, and you have a lot of support of people who can help. Yeah, so for students, actually unfortunately not much has changed since our last update, which I gave an update in June, and I'm going to link to that video here. And so if you want to find out how do you come back to China for students, I'm afraid there's no news right now. There's like 4 or 3 different universities that students can come to right now. That's Tianjin, Juilliard, NYU Shanghai, and Georgia Institute of Technology Shenzhen in Nanshan in Shenzhen. And so these universities, and then also South Korean students. Fortunately, other students can't come back right now. So if you want more information about that, then there's a link here where you can subscribe for more information about when students can come back, and we will give you updates when there's news. Yeah, so if you're applying for 2022 intake, there's going to be 2 intakes. One of them is in March, and then one of them is in September, and we still don't know when students can come back. We're hoping that they can come back in 2022, but it's completely unclear at the moment when students can come back. Because it depends on the COVID situation, and it depends on the Chinese government policy. But if you want to apply to the universities, all of the universities right now are doing online courses which you can apply to, and it means that you can just start the first year online, and then as soon as you are able to come back to China, you'll be able to come back. And there's also a lot of other online programs that you can take that are actually completely online programs. So for example, the Beijing Language and Culture University, they have some really great Chinese language programs that you can try. And also, if you want to come back to China, it's also really important that you try and get vaccinated if you can in your country, and try and take all the safety measures, because you definitely want to try and protect yourself before you come back. So yeah, I hope this is a bit helpful. It's kind of a short video, but I wanted to share some things that I've been learning, and basically it's hard for me to share too much specific information because it's always changing. So I really suggest that you register you check out the Wechat groups, and also check out how you can register for updates on our platform as well. And yeah, I hope this is helpful, and I will also be sharing my story when I'm going back to UK, so you can also I'll share how that works. Thank you very much, and I hope that was helpful, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you.